There
I'm
we
not on
are.
screen. There we go. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to. Wait, hold on. Where's my thing? Welcome back to another episode of the Batcave.
Been a
It's
minute.
been a it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Mostly just because neither of us wanted to watch the movie.
Well, it's not a question of want. It's just
Time. Yeah,
we
you've
had
got a new job,
other crap going on. Yeah.
and I'm trying to plan a move amidst a whole bunch of personal stuff. So it's been a minute, but we're
Yeah.
back,
We're back.
and we're here to
Batcave.
spread the good word of one of my favorite uh
The Gospel of
movies.
Bruce Wayne.
Not who I was thinking of, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Anyway, so today we'll be talking about the animated movie Under the Red Hood. But first, as always, we got to talk about other stuff.
Since we have done an episode, I did want to show you that I have a new monthly subscription from a
I think I already
company
knew
called
about this.
Fan Home. And this subscription is a Batman graphic novel a month. So I get a new graphic novel every month. Clearly, I'm going to end up with stuff I already own.
Yeah.
But this is like exclusive to them. So the covers are going to be like different. And they're all in hardcover. So this is the
So it's
first
a
one that I got.
collector's item.
I got
What's a
Zero
zero
Year.
year?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a good one. Have you ever read that one?
I don't think I have. That's
Okay.
I think it was New 52.
Yeah, it was New 52. It was right. I don't want to say right after Court of Owls, but it was after Court of
It
Owls.
was after Court of Owls, yes.
And it is written by Scott Snyder, so it's
Well, everything in the New 52 is Scott Snyder, to be fair.
everything for Batman. I think Detective Comics was actually written by somebody else. And I am Wikipediaing that right now. Well, actually, I'm just Googling it, but let's see. That was gosh dang it, who was that? Okay, Batman Detective Comics. That was Tony S. Daniel.
That name is not familiar to me, actually.
Tony Daniel has done some stuff. Let me see if I can pull up a bibliography for him. So he did the Battle for the Cowl miniseries.
Oh, okay.
Among other things.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I
writes just
started
one comic
that
book.
new subscription, and so this month was 0 Year Part 1, so it's only half of 0 Year. So I am assuming next month I'll be getting 0 Year Part 2. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Probably.
It's going to be cool to have Batman graphic novels every month, and I'll get exclusive gifts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, it says that I'm going to get 3 art prints. So sketches from Hush, illustrated by Jim Lee.
Oh, yeah.
And
Who else would be illustrated?
and a black and white art piece from Batman Detective by Simone Bianchi. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool stuff. Anything bat related going on in your world?
Not really. I don't have the money to get cool shit like that.
Oh, yeah. I barely do. So,
What do we got in new comic books?
Well, I got some news first.
Yeah. Oh, do we have actual
you know
news?
what? We should probably support or promote the social media thingy.
Oh, like where
So
to find us?
so yeah. So you can follow us right there. That link right down there. bio.link/Rebel Nerd Radio.
Was it the new name last time?
I don't remember. I think so. I think it was our
Anyway,
first Batcave with a new name.
probably.
And so that'll take you to our YouTube channel, all our social media, our Patreon, our merchandise page, all that cool stuff.
Go buy a t-shirt.
So this episode is going to be a patron early access.
Yeah.
So patrons will see it first. And then eventually it'll show up on YouTube for you YouTube watching folks. And so if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash that like button. But otherwise,
and if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, consider it. It's $2 a month. That's really all I have. It's $2 a month.
Yeah, $2 a month. And
it's not a lot.
So we do have some new stickers will be coming. So these stickers here were created by the wife of one of our patrons. It's got the new logo on it.
Huh.
I'm getting some more made that are circle. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'll be sending once I get the circle ones in, I will be sending one of those and one of these square ones to all of our patrons. So if you are a patron, expect to get an email from me from the Patreon saying, hey, what's your address? I need to send stickers.
Yeah.
Anyway, we do have some
won't show up at your house.
What's that?
We probably won't show up at your house.
Doubtful. I don't have that kind of time on my hands.
I do.
That's scary. Anyway, we do have some news. Before we get into new releases, we only have one piece of news. And the news is Batman is swinging into a new podcast series.
Batman starting a podcast?
Well, not Batman himself. What this is there is a weekly scripted podcast series starting in April called DC High Volume Batman. And the podcast adapts classic Batman comic stories into audio dramas.
Fascinating.
It's pretty cool. So it starts on April 2nd of this year and will kick off with a retelling, well, not really a retelling, just a audio drama version of Frank Miller's Batman Year One.
Well,
Yep. And then after that, the podcast will move on to another Dark Knight classic, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's The Long Halloween.
Ooh. Interesting.
That'll be good. So yeah, we're getting a Batman related podcast, and I'm trying to find what format it will be on. Apparently there's an official Discord server that will host a launch day listening party. Episodes will be available on major podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple, with visual alternatives on the DC YouTube channel.
Huh.
So,
that's fascinating.
With that in mind, I am going to post a link in the show notes to the DC Comics YouTube channel, if I can find it. Hopefully I can find it. I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that because I can't figure out which one. It doesn't give me the That's kind of dumb. Why would the article not give me the
Link.
link? Yeah.
Sure.
DC jumping. Yeah, it just says DC YouTube channel.
Maybe it's just not out
That's
yet. Or
really
something.
it says the official DC YouTube channel. That's very vague because you know how are you going to know that it's official unless it just says official? Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Is this it right here? You know what? I'm going to go with this. Oh, here we go. The official home of DC. Okay. Well, I am going to assume that this is the one. And I will put it in our show notes. So it's
And if it's not, you can't blame us.
/@ DC official. And if that's not right, don't come crying to me. Because it was DC
If
that
it's
got it
not right, come complain. Complain in the comments of our latest YouTube video. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay. So we're going to talk
Any
about
new releases?
coming. I'm looking up the new releases for this week. Okay, there it is.
There's none.
No, there really are. First of
They
all,
canceled Batman.
No. And I'm gonna post links here, or not links, but I'm gonna share my screen. First one.
Yeah.
It is Bat related, so we're gonna go with it. It is Harley Quinn number 49.
Oh.
And there's our cover. It is written by Elliot Kalan, and the artwork is done by Mindy Lee. Here's some variant covers. Speaking of Harley Quinn, I just finished watching season 1 of the Harley Quinn
So sorry for
animated series. I think there's like 5 seasons.
There's a lot of. I think 5 is right.
Yeah.
It's a
I just
fair
finished
finish.
the first one, and I don't know why I wasn't watching this before. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Not a fan, to be honest.
That's all right.
I might go back and try it again just because.
Yeah,
you've
I'd
said
give it another try. I liked it. I liked it.
Well, I have to talk to my roommate about getting our HBO set up again because she hasn't been paying it. But,
okay, second Batman comic coming out this week. Oh man, am I on the right week? I think I'm on the right week.
That'd be pretty funny to find out.
Right. Okay. So these, by the way, these are all coming out on Wednesday, the 26th. This one is written by a Mr. Jeff Loeb. Oh, I'm not sharing it. God damn it. And this is the 6th issue of The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. And so I have not been reading this. I decided I'm going to wait until they are all in one collection and then just read it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the main artwork there, and then as you can see here, there's some variant covers with looks like Poison Ivy and Victor Freeze.
Nice.
All right. And the last Batman comic book coming out this week, I saved the best for last.
Something stupid.
No. I saved the best for last. For real. You ready?
Every time you say that, it's something stupid. Oh shit! Fuck! I forgot that was coming out.
Number 158, the first issue of Batman Hush 2.
Hatoosh.
The hotly anticipated sequel to the smash hit storyline. Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. And look at these variant covers.
Oh, damn. They got a lot. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. DC is really pumping the hell out of this one.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
of all of these, I think the one I'm gonna get is gonna be this one right here.
that's pretty. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, okay, it did preview. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do that one.
Nice.
I like that. Wait a minute, is that
Yeah.
one? Was that one done by Jim Lee? No. Oh, that's a different cover artist. Maybe I won't. No, I want
Fuck
the
that
Jim
guy.
Lee. No, I want the Jim Lee one.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I want the Jim Lee one. I just gotta go with that one. Yeah. So yeah, Hush 2 begins this Wednesday. Looking forward to that.
Fascinating.
All right, and that is the new Batman releases that are coming out this.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
All righty. Well, what do we got going on next? What's our next poison?
Well, as I always explain every time, next up is our Batman Character Roulette, which is a game we play in which either I or a wheel decides a number between 3 and like 407 or something.
4 and 203.
I was close. I knew there was a 4 in there. I'll probably go with the wheel. But yeah, it picks a character that we get from our Batman Character Encyclopedia, and we discuss the characters. Sometimes we learn, sometimes we just go, damn, this guy's super cool.
All right. Well, you ready to pick one out?
Yeah, sure. Let me think.
Okay.
Let's go with, you said 203?
Yeah, between 4 and 203.
199.
199. And we bring out our handy dandy Batman Character Encyclopedia. 199. Dang. Watch, it's going to pop up on the damn or on the index. Nope, that's not the index. All right, 109. Oh, good God.
Who is it?
199 of the character roulette is KG Beast. KGB stuff.
KG Beast, yes.
Yeah. So, KG Beast is an assassin who came to Gotham City and clashed with Batman. And the synopsis says, choosing to lose his own hand rather than admit defeat to the Dark Knight, he continues to fight for Russia's old ways. Once again,
2025. Dude's
once again, my biggest issue with this character encyclopedia is that it does not tell us the first appearance of these characters.
It first appeared in the 80s when there was still a KGB.
Okay. So I got to go to the Google. And his first appearance was Batman number 417, which came out in March of 1988.
Told you.
And he was created or co-created by writer Jim Starlin and artist Jim Aparo.
Both unfamiliar names to me, actually.
You don't know who Jim Starlin is?
Jim Starlin sounds more familiar, but I can't place it off like the top of my head.
Well, let's go through a quick bibliography of what he has done. He's written a chunk of Batman.
Obviously.
He's written for The Flash. He's written for Superman. He's written for Superboy. He's written New Gods.
Real DC buff, this guy.
Hang on. Marvel. He's done some Amazing Spider-Man. He's done some Avengers, Captain Marvel, Daredevil, Doctor Strange. He's done a lot of stuff.
Dude writes comic books for a living.
That he does.
Go with that.
That he does.
Most comic book writers do.
So his biggest claim to fame is that he was the writer of the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity War, and the Infinity Crusade.
Yeah, okay. It makes sense why he would be recognizable then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. He created KG Beast? Jeez.
Yeah.
Kind of a step down.
That's a downside. So he has appeared in other media other than
KG Beast or Jim Starlin?
KG Beast. We're talking about KG Beast.
Yes, I know.
Although, okay, so you didn't like the show. I did.
He's in Harley Quinn?
He is in Harley Quinn, but he is also in the TV show Arrow.
He was?
Yeah. However, in the comics, he is typically a Batman villain. But in the Arrow TV show, he was an ally of Oliver Queen, who he met on the island.
Yeah, that's weird.
He didn't appear in any of the Arkham games. I mean, we would have known who he was if he did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know who KG Beast is.
I mean, yeah, I know who he is, but he's like not.
He'd be a lot. We'd talk about him more if he was in Arkham.
He's not a character that.
He's not exactly the Joker.
He's not. Yeah, he's not a Joker, and he's also not even a page number 198, which eventually we will get to.
What the fuck does that mean? That's such an ominous thing to say.
What's a good one? Page 198.
Is it like the Joker?
No. I think Joker's
on page 198.
Closer to the beginning.
Well, no, I'm curious. What's going on page 198?
I'm not going to tell you until you pick that number.
Shit.
Yep. You're not going to find out till we pick the number.
Well.
All right. And that was
Batman Character Roulette. Good times.
Yeah, that was our edition of.
Tune in next time when I finally figure out what's on page 198.
No, you might.
Man, I'm gonna pick 198. I'm gonna write that down.
You think you're gonna remember to pick?
I mean, hopefully the next episode won't be, a few months out.
That reminds me, before we get to talking about our main topic. I still think that you and I and Spencer need to get together for our next episode and
talk about Hush.
Do a review of Hush 2 number 1 or whatever.
Hush 2.
Yeah, of the first issue of Hush 2, yeah.
Well, the thing with that is, how am I going to read it?
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that is definitely an episode.
Yeah.
I've been saying for like a minute that we should get Spencer on here. It's just a matter of what we would talk about,
Yeah, he's down to do a review of that.
Which speaking of which, if you viewers aren't aware, Spencer is a friend of ours from the Dingus Den. Him and the co-host here it's on Sundays. They do Comic Club where they talk about comics that are not Batman. It's called the Comic Den. I knew that.
Yeah. And this Sunday we did a
Spider-Man versus Wolverine.
Spider-Man and Wolverine.
So go check that out.
Good
Maybe one of these days we'll do a big old crossover event, and I'll be over there, and he'll be over here. Cause I've been hanging out with him. He just got off, or he just did his spring break, so we were hanging out quite a bit, and we were talking about doing shit.
stuff. Yeah.
So eventually,
Doing stuff.
one of these days we'll get the crossover event of the week. But anyway,
Batman Under the Red Hood.
yep, it's a movie. It's an animated movie. That follows the. I know you know. Jesus, dude. It's an animated movie that follows the events of the Under the Red Hood comics, I believe. I've never actually read them, but it would make sense if they followed the events. But it's about the Red Hood coming back to Gotham, or coming to Gotham, coming to town, and just fucking shit up.
I mean, yeah, you can say coming back to Gotham.
Well, yeah, because of course the big twist. Let's be real. If you're watching the show, there's a decent chance you already know who the Red Hood is.
I would hope.
So I'm gonna spare the pretense and just go, yeah, Jason Todd is back and he's here to fuck shit up.
So it is a adaptation of the Under the Red Hood comic book story.
Yeah.
Which ran in between February and August 2005. Oh, no, wait a minute. It started in February, ran until August, and then went on hiatus, and then came back in November.
And isn't it sort of like Hush, where it was just like a mainline book?
Yeah.
And as opposed to like a graphic novel or something?
Yeah, it was, it took place, oh, man. It was in the mid 600s of Batman.
Yeah. I have to imagine it went on for a fair bit of time, a storyline like that.
And the writer of the comic was a guy named Judd Winnick, who is a name that outside of Under the Red Hood, to me, is not very.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no clue.
Yeah, not a big. He did write some. Well, apparently he wrote a shit ton of Green Lantern. Okay.
Anybody can. Everybody's written Green Lantern.
That's true. Red Hood probably wrote Red. Okay.
Red Lantern.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So the animated version came out in 2010. It was direct to video.
Yeah.
And
it's good.
Why don't you do a quick synopsis for us?
Many years ago, Jason Todd, aka Robin, was kidnapped by the Joker while him and Batman, Robin and Batman, not Joker and Batman, were on the hunt for Ra's al Ghul, who was doing some bank shit. He was like trying to topple the economy for some fucking reason. I don't pretend to know why Ra's al Ghul does what he does. But so he's on the case, and the Joker gets a hold of Jason, takes him to a warehouse, beats the ever-living fuck out of the kid, and then leaves him to die via bomb. And Batman was too late to save the boy. Very sad. Years later, a new crime lord going by the Red Hood, which is the former title of the Joker. Before he was the Joker, he was the Red Hood for the Red Hood gang. And he comes back and he takes over the crime. He becomes a crime lord. So the Red Hood starts to clean up the act of the crime people, the criminals. There's the word. I know the word criminal. And Batman is on the case, obviously, because when there's a new crime lord, Batman's got to get him to knock it the fuck off. But the difference is that this guy seems to know a lot about Batman. He's cutting wires that can't be cut by normal knives. He's doing shit that any normal crime boss should not be able to do. And so Batman is like, okay, this is weird. And come to find, slowly he starts to suspect, like, wait a second, could this be Jason? And so he goes to Raish and is like, hey, dude, what the fuck happened? And Raish is like, oh, forgot to tell you, brought back your boy. Except he came back evil and I thought he killed himself by throwing himself into like a river. And Batman's like, oh, that's not cool, Ra's al Ghul, you shouldn't do that. And but we all make mistakes.
It happens.
We've all come on. We've all done that.
I mean, we've never started a League of Assassins, but we've made mistakes.
Come on, we've all started a League of Assassins. Don't act like you haven't.
I didn't.
Oh. Why not? So now I'm the weird one because I started a League of Assassins, of course.
Yeah, that is a weird one.
Oh shit. Anyway, so it's Jason, and all the while, Black Mask is getting pissed because Red Hood keeps fucking with his shit, which is something I'll never understand. Is like why the fuck was he going after Black Mask specifically? Like, I feel like there's a million better ways he could have gone about that. But whatever.
Well, because
was it all like
because he was trying to trap Joker?
Well, yeah, but like he couldn't have like gone for like Harley Quinn or like any other. Like, why Black Mask? Black Mask is very much like the worst guy to be fucking with,
Maybe they just felt that he wasn't getting enough screen time.
Maybe. You mean like as a character? Yeah, probably not.
So, okay. The answer for the movie is because they were sticking to the source material. Why the source material picked Black Mask, I cannot tell you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like.
But in the source material,
it's Black Mask.
It was Black Mask. So, see,
I
didn't really have a problem with that because I actually kind of like Black Mask.
So do I. Let's not. Black Mask is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I even liked him in that god awful live action movie, whose name I won't mention.
Yeah.
But Black Mask was in that movie, and I liked.
He was kind of the highlight of it.
He was the only good thing about it. Well, okay, Harley Quinn was cool too, but
I like Margot Robbie. But
yeah, I like her as Harley Quinn.
But like Ian McGregor as Black Mask was
yeah,
something else.
It was good.
He played the part very well.
Anyway,
So he's fucking over Black Mask, and Black Mask is getting more and more pissed. And so he decides to cut a deal with who else but the Joker, who it's always a good idea to cut a deal with. You can definitely reason with him. Great idea, Roman.
Exactly. It's never a bad thing to bring.
Nothing bad ever happens to people that cut a deal with the Joker.
Never.
Historically, you can trust the Joker. So the Joker proceeds to put Black Mask and all of his men in a truck to lure out the Red Hood because of fucking course he because of course he did.
And that turned out well for everybody.
Yeah, because the Red Hood showed up, and then Batman. Everyone showed up, and it was just not a great time for
And
anybody.
Joker got the crap beat out of him. So.
Hold on.
What happened? What happened?
Apparently, I have mail.
Oh.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. Oh, I know what it is.
Read your mail on your own time.
Well, hold on. Yeah, no. This is... Okay.
Consummate.
That has already been...
Books.
How was I supposed to know I'd have mail in the middle of the fucking thing? Anyway.
Do I have
where was I? Anyway, yeah, everything starts to go down, and Red Hood gets the Joker and tells Batman, meet me at Crime Alley. Because by now, Batman, they both realize who the other is. Or Batman knows who the Red Hood is, and Jason knows that Batman knows.
Yeah.
So, shit's going down.
It's going down.
Yes. And let me think. So they have like a fight across Gotham. They have a fight across Gotham, which results in them ending up in an apartment building where Jason is holding the Joker like hostage, and it becomes they're kind of the classic like it's either him or me. You have to either kill the Joker or you have to kill me to stop me from killing the Joker.
And
then
that doesn't
Batman
go
just
well either.
historically everything goes well when the Joker's involved. So Batman's like, I'm not gonna do shit, and then turns around, and so Jason tries to shoot him, and Batman takes out Jason's gun, and so Jason's just like, well, I have a bomb, so fuck you. And Joker's just like, hell yeah, dude. Because Joker's just here to have
Haven't we been in this situation already?
Yeah. The entire time Joker's just getting off one-liners.
Yeah.
He's acting like a dick.
He's being Joker.
Historically, yes, Joker is known for being an asshole. Historically, everything goes well when you fuck with the Joker. I can't think of a single scenario in which something bad has come from fucking with the Joker.
Well, that was that one time that Ra's al Ghul made a deal with the Joker, and
then the time that Black Mask made it. And then the time Black Mask made a deal with the Joker and almost ended up dead. Or like literally anything where the Joker's involved. I'm starting to think this Joker guy is not as cool as people say.
No, come on now. He's misunderstood.
You can't say that on the internet, man. Someone's gonna believe you. These guys get it. Joker's a tragic figure.
That's right.
He's just misunderstood by society. Fuck you.
Anyway, the bomb goes off, and we see Batman and Joker have survived, but we're not.
Jason has
obviously Jason didn't die, but the movie would suggest otherwise.
He has to come back in the comics.
Yeah.
And do a whole bunch of shit. Jason gets up to some shit in the comics. Like shit. Like at one point, I like did a deep dive on Jason Todd, and he's just getting up to stuff in the comics. Like he had a sidekick for a minute. Did you know that Jason Todd had a sidekick?
Like as Red Hood?
Yeah, her name was like Scarlet. I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm not okay. I wasn't even thinking of him. I was thinking of when he teamed up with Arsenal.
Oh, you mean the Outlaws?
Yeah.
No. He had like a straight up like a Robin named Scarlet. I think that's her name. It's something with red. It's yeah. He just straight up had a sidekick. He was like, everything bad happened because I was Robin. So to make up for it, I'm gonna do a Robin, and then he does that. This isn't like a joke at all. Like he actually had a Robin for a while.
And
I
what
think
was her name? Because I don't remember
Scarlet.
this at all. It was just
Scarlet.
Scarlet?
I think so. If I recall correctly, it was Scarlet.
Was this in the New 52 or prior to that?
I think I believe prior. If I'm remembering my research correctly, and let's be real, this is going on a few years since I thought about this.
Did Red Hood have a sidekick? Scarlet, a girl by the name of Sasha.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the Batman wiki page, and oh my gosh, she is unfortunate looking.
Yeah.
Created by Grant Morrison.
Yeah. You have a sidekick. I knew I wasn't going crazy.
No, I'm sure you weren't. But there she is.
I can never be sure.
There she is.
Real unfortunate looking. And his whole thing is like, oh, my life was ruined because I became Robin, and then what's he do? What does he do? He goes
Robin, number one.
Yeah. Do you fucking believe that?
And her mentor, the Red Hood mentor.
I think he just like abandons her. Like obviously she is no longer in mainline comics. So like, where is she? Where is she, Jason?
Well, I'll find out. I'm reading through here. Okay, she's still around for. Yeah, she just. I don't know. She just disappeared. Yeah. Like it doesn't even say what happened to her.
She just stops being.
They just stopped doing stories about it. That's weird.
It's especially weird because now he's like a good guy in most of his appearances. So like, is she still out there? Is she like surely she must still be out there. Like she didn't just like kill her, did she? Did he?
I don't think so.
She's just out there doing who knows what, getting up to some hijinks.
Why don't we jump into some of the characters in this movie?
Yeah. So something I will say is that the cast of this movie is quite fascinating to me.
It is, and it's not even like your typical Batman voice cast. Like
no Kevin Conroy, no Mark Hamill.
So here's a breakdown. Bruce Wayne / Batman was played by Bruce Greenwood, who is not just a voice actor. He's actually been in some movies as well, like physically been in some movies.
Oh, has he? Who does he play?
Yeah, he's been in quite a few.
Anything I would have seen?
Have you seen the reboot Star Trek movie?
I think you took me to see it when I was a kid.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know for a fact that you've seen the second one. That's when Khan shows up, and he is in that one.
Who is he? Is he Khan?
Yeah. No, he doesn't play Khan. That's Benedict Cumber. Fuck, I don't remember his name.
Benedict Cumberdude.
Yeah, that dude. No, in the Star Trek movies, the reboot ones, he's only in the
plays
first
Scotty.
two because he plays Christopher Pike,
Who the fuck is Christopher
the
Pike?
admiral. The
That
one
doesn't.
that in the first movie, he's the one that recruits um um I'm trying
Kirk?
not to say William Shatner. God damn it. Captain Kirk.
Spock?
James Kirk.
Oh,
He's the one that
that's what I
recruits
just said.
James
I
Kirk.
just said Kirk.
Anyway,
I just
okay.
said
So
Kirk.
that's Bruce Greenwood. He's been in a lot of stuff. A guy named
Yeah, he did a
Jensen.
pretty good Batman.
Yeah, he did do a good.
Jensen Ackles. You don't know Jensen Ackles?
He's
Soldier Boy.
that's where I keep hearing that name.
And Supernatural.
See, I never watched Supernatural, so
Neither have I. But he's in it.
oh, you know what? He was in Smallville.
Was he?
Playing Smallville.
He played Mr. Smallville. No, don't listen.
No, his name was Jason Teague, a love interest for Lana.
That makes sense because he's. I mean, look up a picture of Jensen Ackles. That guy's a.
So
A lot of people want him for Batman. Actually, fun fact.
well, interestingly enough, he does Jason Todd in this movie, but in the animated adaptation of The Long Halloween, he's Batman.
Is he Batman? Huh.
Yes.
Huh. A lot of people want him for Batman. I think he could put on a hell of a.
Maybe
He's a handsome little man. I fucking love Jensen Ackles. Actually, yeah, he's Soldier Boy, with our very special guest, Soldier Boy. Yeah,
Neil Patrick Harris
as Nightwing.
as Nightwing.
That's a fantastic casting. I think this needs to go on record. I love Neil Patrick Harris.
He's pretty awesome.
He's a
for it.
Gary. Yeah. He's him. He's Count Olaf in A Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix, which is a show I really
Horrible.
like. He's Dr. Horrible. Yeah. Marnie Stinson. Surely he's been in other stuff.
So
stuff we don't like. I think he was in Harold and Kumar, a movie called Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, he was in that too. Okay, next person I want to talk about is the Joker is played by John DiMaggio.
Which is quite a casting, if you ask me.
So you know who he is, right?
That's Bender.
I was going to say, I knew you would know who that is.
I know who fucking John DiMaggio
Bender,
is.
man.
He's voice actor Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Bender. Commissioner
Bite my shiny clown ass.
Commissioner Gordon is played by Gary Cole.
Not familiar with that name.
Most notably from the movie Office Space.
What? Who is he in Office Space?
He's Lumberg.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the bat signal turned on. Okay.
If you could turn on the bat signal for me, that'd be great.
That'd be great. I mixed him up with Mr. Garrison. Fuck. Or no, Mr. Mackey. Shit. I'm gonna need to turn on the bat signal. Okay.
Black Mask is played by Wade Williams.
I actually like the voice actor for Black Mask,
who also voiced Two-Face in the Dark Knight Returns movie.
I didn't know that.
That he looks familiar, and I can't.
Well, you're on Wikipedia, so might as well find out.
Yeah. Oh man, what was he in? Okay, he's not in what I thought he was in. That's not the same guy.
Under the Red Hood.
Well, obviously.
Got it.
No, I thought that he was the guy who plays Wilson Fisk's dad in the Daredevil show, but that's not him.
Papa Fisk.
Okay. Oh well. Let's see who else we got here. Jason Isaacs plays Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, he put on a pretty good performance. I liked him.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, really good cast.
Yeah, fantastic.
Bruce Timm did the voice of Riddler.
Isn't that that one guy?
That Bruce
He's like
Timm
a
is
tailor.
basically the guy who he was like the head guy of Batman the Animated Series.
Who am I thinking of?
But he also produced this movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. In any case, really good cast. Really good cast.
Fantastic cast.
Fantastic.
Not a bad performance. Not a single bad performance the entire movie.
So I want to say something about this movie. So I've seen this movie before, and
Obviously.
I am pretty sure that I read the source material at some point in time.
Sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
On top of that, I was also reading comics when Death in the Family came out.
Yeah. Oh.
So
I forget you're old.
What's that?
Death in the Family was a long time ago. Like,
well, yeah, I mean that was
to me.
That was when
That was 1983.
That was when the whole Jason Todd thing happened.
The death vote.
Yeah. So there was actually an animated adaptation of that as well. That one came out.
Yeah, didn't they do like a choose your own adventure where you could like actually pick?
I remember. Yes, I remember that. I was getting to that. So this was a choose what happens to, like, back in the day when Death in the Family first came out. The DC came out and said, "What do you want to happen to Jason Todd?"
And so they fucking killed him.
Apparently, they had 2 stories written,
which is insane.
Went with whoever won. So.
And they killed the boy.
Let me start off by saying I did vote. I'm not going to tell you how I voted.
No, you got to tell me how you voted. You can't mention that you voted and then not tell me who you voted for.
Kill him.
Why?
I said kill. I didn't like Jason Todd.
You're a dick.
Okay, let me get to my point.
Child killer.
So I read it originally. My one vote, yeah.
It was you. You're the one. They went, oh shit.
That voted.
Oh shit, that guy wants him dead? Fuck, dude. We gotta kill Jason. Yeah.
Anyway, so I read that, and then I've seen this movie before. But watching this again last night, and it's been a while since I've watched.
Same.
So I'm watching it. And for the first time, really, that I can honestly say, I kind of felt bad for Jason.
Oh, wow. That's very reassuring to hear.
But here's the thing, though. Like,
30 years after the fact.
My history of Jason Todd has changed over the years. Because now he's the Red Hood, and I read a bunch of Red Hood stuff. Yes. What do you need, honey? What do you need? Oh, are you going to bed? Okay, good night. Alrighty. All right. Guest host or guest co-host, Elliot. Anyway.
Yo, let's get her on the show. She's probably got some insight.
She's probably got some insight on Red Hood.
More than Spencer.
Yeah, Red Hood, yeah. I've read a lot of the Red Hood and the Outlaws thingy. But also, I think the biggest change in my attitude toward the character as a whole is from Arkham Knight. Of course.
Really?
Because he's such a badass in Arkham Knight.
I'm surprised that is what has changed your mind on the sole value of I actually like Red Hood better than Arkham Knight.
I like Red Hood. I like Red Hood. It's just like Arkham Knight just kind of like
I think he's more badass the way he was as Red Hood, as opposed to as
Okay,
the
that's
Arkham
fine.
Knight.
But
I
no, it's
fully
not,
understand that he is.
I don't feel bad for him because he got the crap beat out of him with a crowbar. No,
Of course, you don't.
I'm just kidding. No, it just
Father of the Year here, folks.
I'm just saying that rewatching this after many years, it just kind of
Yeah,
I felt differently about the character.
I can understand that.
But this is a really good movie. I mean, as far
It
as
is. It's fantastic.
Batman animated movies, let's pull
It's
up
a
a
good
list.
one.
Batman animated movies, because obviously they couldn't just have a freaking. Oh my God, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's Batman, dude.
Yuck! I don't put that. That one's way down at the bottom.
Hush.
Fuck that movie. We don't say that name here. No.
Tune in next week,
I
everyone.
have to say, I still have to say, my favorite is Mask of the Phantasm.
Mask of the Phantasm is good.
But Under the Red Hood, I gotta say, is probably pretty high up. It's at least top 5.
Yeah, I watched this movie quite a bit as a kid. I watched it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that at all, but I used to watch it a lot. It's one of those movies that I would just watch randomly.
I need to watch the Death in the Family animated. I don't think I've ever actually read it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever
or not read it.
that.
I mean the movie.
Yeah, you haven't experienced the choose your own adventure.
So
he wants to rectify his mistake.
In that movie, Bruce Greenwood comes back as Batman, John DiMaggio comes back as Joker, and Gary Cole comes back as Gordon. But Red Hood is played by a completely different. Jason Todd / Red Hood is played by a completely different person.
Huh. Weird.
Anyway, no, good. What insights do you have about this movie? Like, tell me some of your favorite bits about it.
This movie is very light on one-liners. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like when there was a one-liner, they really make it count for some reason. Like it's not as quippy. Like you have like some Nightwing quips where he's like, "That's my charm. I'm chatty," but like there's never like it never feels like it's too much. It feels much more serious than these sort of movies usually do.
Yeah, it does take a more somber tone.
Yeah, somber. There's a good word for it. Is it? They really. I mean, they just like. They understand that the source material is very dark, and they did it very well.
Yeah.
Like I would have been a little put off if the Red Hood was like,
goofy,
doing one-liners and shit. Yeah, because that's not what he is.
That's not Red Hood. Yeah.
I like that a bulk of like the charm, the goofy shit, is Nightwing. Like Nightwing, and he's not even in it for like the entire time.
Joker.
And the Joker.
Yeah, Joker's always goofy.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some good. I'm gonna need some guys. Not these guys go. They're kind of dead. That's funny as hell.
That bit was hilarious.
Not these guys. I love like you wouldn't even tell that Joker is John DiMaggio if you weren't. If you didn't know who John DiMaggio is, which I don't think there's anybody in the fucking world who doesn't know who John DiMaggio is, or at least knows of him. But like, you would not be able to tell.
Yeah,
I could barely tell because I knew John DiMaggio was in it going in from like the opening sequence, but I was trying to figure out who he was the entire time. And for a minute there, I thought it was Black Mask, but no, it's the fucking Joker. And I'm like, well, okay, that makes sense. I can hear it now. It took me a bit to hear it, but once I did, I was like, shit, dude, because he's not doing like, he's Bender, and you kind of got the goofy, and then you've got other characters that I know John DiMaggio from. He's the king in Disenchantment, which is like a fantasy Matt Groening show. He was also, if anybody has watched, I know you probably haven't, but there's a show called Adventure Time that he's a big character in.
He was in Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Why are you reminding me that movie exists?
That movie's great. What are you talking about?
It fucking sucks, dude.
That movie's great. You know what the
That
best
movie
part of that movie was?
If you fucking say the challenge is the fucking
The
unknown, I'm gonna
Challengers
lose
of
my.
the
I'm
Unknown.
leaving. I'm leaving. I'm getting a new co-host.
He also was in Star Wars Clone Wars.
Who was he in Clone Wars?
He was in. Okay, he's in the
Anakin
2008
Skywalker
version, the 2D version.
Oh, the Chebadimsky.
Yeah, that one.
A guy with a fancy name did it.
He did the voice of General Grievous.
Yeah. General Grievous. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm imagining this. Because again, I don't think I've.
Because apparently he loves doing robots. I guess I don't know.
Bite my shiny metal ass, Kenobi. What the fuck? No, don't say that, General Grievous. That's hilarious. Was he just doing the Bender voice, you think?
I don't think so.
What the fuck? Why not? That's basically the same character if you think about it.
So, here is an interesting... That's not taking me to the website. God damn it. Pissing me off here. Okay. Batman Under the Red... Okay, so...
I love taking things.
The Batman Under the Red Hood movie on Rotten Tomatoes
It has a 7,000.
A 100% tomato meter.
Nice. It deserves it.
Yeah.
It's one of the best, I'd say.
So I wonder what would have happened had they actually released this in theaters. Because this was
I don't think it would have been as popular, to be honest. Because Jason wasn't as popular. Until he was Red Hood, I mean, obviously, they voted for the kid to die.
I don't know.
Which is fucking insane, by the way. I cannot believe that DC went, you can choose whether to kill this child. And everyone went, kill the child! Why? Can you explain why you why didn't you like him back in the 80s? What was your reasoning?
I can't tell you what my reasons were. That was
so you're just a dick, basically.
That was freaking years ago, man. We're talking
basically you're a dick. I mean,
we're talking 1988. I wasn't even out of high school yet.
Jesus. So as a teenager, you were like, "Hey, that other teenager fucking sucks, dude."
Well, I mean, to be fair, I probably was not in a sober state.
You drunkenly like, I'm gonna kill this kid. This kid deserves to die, man.
Yeah, kill that motherfucker.
Jesus. You just saw the chance to kill and you took it. Same reason you joined the military. That's a joke. You were Air Force. Air Force doesn't do shit.
What was that about the Air Force?
I mean, at least nowadays. I mean, nowadays, all it is just like sitting and doing drones. Back then, you probably actually did shit.
They still have pilots.
Not as much though. I mean,
anyway, let's get back
to that. You don't even know.
What else do we have to say about Under the Red Hood?
Amazing cast. I feel like we talk about cast a lot.
We do.
Which I mean, cast that's just because
it's very important in an animated movie. Casting is important. Because I mean, you don't want Rowan Atkinson doing the voice of Batman.
You don't, or I mean, I don't. I don't know what you want.
No, I don't. I don't want Rowan Atkinson playing Batman. I want him playing the Joker.
That'd be pretty. Rowan Atkinson. That's
Mr. Bean.
Bean, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Herman, whatever the fuck.
No. No. Rowan Atkinson is Mr. most notably known as Mr. Bean, but he also plays Johnny English in the Johnny English movies.
Johnny English? I don't think I've ever heard of this. No, I no, never mind. That's like the. It's like PG Austin Powers.
Is it PG?
Johnny English?
Yeah, I don't
know.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean,
Austin
yeah,
Powers. It's a
it's
parody.
probably less raunchy than Austin Powers, but
Austin Powers is pretty. Yeah, raunchy is a good word for it. You know, he's.
Anyway, yes, casting in a voice, voice casting is important. I think
That's a pretty non-controversial take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Nobody likes a bad casting.
the score was good. I like the
score's pretty good. I like the art style. I think everyone looked pretty decent.
Who did the artwork for this anyway?
Me.
No, you didn't.
Well, you can't know that.
No, I do know that.
No, you don't know. When was this? 2010? I still drew in 2010.
Well, it was directed by a guy named Brandon Vietti, but I can't find.
I mean, it's probably like a group, is the thing.
This probably was a group of people. Anyway, yeah, the artwork was good.
The main point is,
what else
art style was good.
Done? Let's see.
All the side tangents today.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway,
what else did this guy do?
Okay. Any final thoughts about Batman Under the Red Hood, the animated movie?
If you haven't seen it, go see it, or go watch it.
It is not streaming anywhere. You would have to go buy it. Well, I mean,
it's not on HBO Max.
You can buy it on streaming, but you cannot watch it for free. So you
Why
can
is it on? It's not on HBO Max
and/or buy it.
I thought it was on HBO Max.
No, it's not on HBO. They pulled a lot of their Batman animated stuff.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I hate that they did it, but yeah.
HBO Max, we do not condone that.
Hey, wait a minute.
Don't get that. What?
No. We do like HBO Max.
Why?
Because the Batman movies are on there.
But not the good ones, apparently.
All of them are on there.
Except for the good ones. Under the Red Hood isn't on there.
Hey, wait a minute.
Whose side are you on?
Who is... How come I did not get notification of this? What the...
Well, if I had to guess, it's because you...
Hang on.
I mean, what are you talking about?
On here? Something ain't right.
What's going on?
We got a new patron.
Oh! Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know who this person is, but...
What's the name?
Jess?
I've never met a Jess. I mean, I have, but...
I'm trying to find the... Why? Yeah, this really needs to be discussed during our show. No, this is weird. This is because I'm pulling up our Patreon because no, I don't want to. God damn it! I was pulling up our Patreon, just because. But does it not notify me when I get a new Patreon or patron? This is weird. Huh.
That is weird.
Okay, well, we have... We have a new patron. Cool. Thanks, Jess.
Well, I don't know a Jess anymore, so I couldn't
Jess.
tell you.
Jess.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know a Jess. I mean, I knew a Jess, but that was quite a few years ago.
Oh, I know who that is.
It's Jessica Alba, famous
No, it's
actor. I'm telling you, it's famous. It's famous actor Jessica Alba.
Oh, you know what? It didn't notify me because she is on the free tier. I didn't even know we had a free tier.
We have a free tier? I want to check that.
Because Stevie is also on the free tier.
What? He told me he subscribed.
Well, it says that they are on the so they initially paid, but looking at this, it looks like they only paid for 2 months and then bolted.
Oh.
Yeah, last time they paid was February.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him about this.
But yeah, I didn't even know we had a free tier.
Neither did I. I thought you only had one tier. It was
I don't. Well, you know what? If you're on the free tier, you're not getting any of the content because.
So it's kind of.
Anyway, okay, so yeah, so this was our episode of
Under the Red Hood,
talking about Under the Red Hood. Next episode we're probably going to try to do the Hush 2 thingy, and
if we can figure out a way for.
We'll have to figure out a way for Blue to read it. Anyway, that's it. We out of here. Goodbye.
Go subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, but not as
Become a patron, but not as a free member. Please give us the $2. We really need it. I swear.
I definitely need the $2. Bye.
To keep the lights on.